Assalamualaikum everyone. I hope you guys are doing well for today because now I'm going to share with you guys about what happened during week 10 in the pedagogy class. Let's go. So everyone, in a blink of eye we already in a week 10 and we almost left like two more vlogs before we ending this vlog session. So without wasting any time, let's talk about what happened during week 10. So week 10, the topic that we were going to learn was constructivism learning. And if you have you ever heard about that before? No, then then stay with me because I'm about to share with you about constructivism learning. So basically it is a study method, it's a teaching method that students have to. It is idea that people construct their own knowledge through experience and interaction. It is an idea that learning is an active process and that people build on their existing knowledge to learn some new concept. It works like a prior knowledge, assimilation, accommodation, and social interaction, etc. So, and that is a short explanation about constructivism learning. Now, I'm going to share with you about what happened during this class. So, for that day class, the teacher was. So, during the class, basically, the teacher itself gathered us around in the Casuarina futsal court, and basically they divided us into four groups, and each group is divided by each group is named by football clubs such as Manchester United, Manchester City, Leicester City, and Liverpool. So what they did was, the first thing that they did was basically as usual, introduction of what we are going to learn on that day, and the objective of the class, and also they, not to forget, they mentioned the rules and regulation. After once all of that is done, they asked us to stand up and make a circle around them, because at the middle one will be teacher Amirul and they did the warming up. It's the same warming up that we did before, which is a type of a dancing, but this time it's more like a mix of a Malay dancing and traditional and modern dancing. It is weird, and it's the first time I've experienced before, but it's quite challenging and quite fun to learn some new dancing skill. And after that, once we have done with the warming up session, the teachers finally move us to different spaces. So each group was given four types of skill, which is strength, agility, and speed, and lastly balance. So all four of this was given to each of the four group, and each group must think on what we have to do with the skill that we got. So the teacher prepared four station and equipment in each station. So for my station, we got ourselves a balance, which is our group decided to make we got the pole and the cone. We got a long pole and a cone itself, and I believe the game is called limbo. So each student has to go through with the highest cone. When the cone is the highest, they have to go through under the pole, and all of them must pass it. And the one that can go to the lowest limbo and the cone at the lowest one will win. So basically that is what my group did. And the other groups, for the strength group, they make a tug of war, which is you have to divide it into two sides, and you have pull the rope itself, and the group that can pull the rope to the from the middle to the other side wins. And we also have the group of zigzag, I believe. Yeah, zigzag, which is they represent a tire in front of us, and it's before we started we must do a push up and hop on the tire and go lateral or side to the next tire, and doing the same thing simultaneously for 4 times, I believe. And then afterwards you have to go back and done it one more time. And the last group did was game jumping. If you ever play like you have to jump on every cone with one leg, and it's like a semicircle. You have to go all around to the next side for you to win. But in order for you to get past the opponent, you must do a game called uh, in English rock paper scissors, but in Malay we call this as osum. So the one is you only have to do one time. If you want one time, and then you can proceed and get past the opponent, and the next person will have to go through them to stop you from moving forward. And it is an interesting story, although I almost bumped into someone and but still quite challenging activity, I would say. And after once we all of us have done the activities, and finally we get to do a water break, the teachers let us drink the water that they have prepared, and the water is good, I think.
Saya tak sangka cikgu yang buat ni buat air merasa menyesal. Sekali minum menyesal.
And after that, once we are off done, the teachers conducted us to the center of the court, and we ourselves make a cooling down session that was led by teacher Wahida. And after we done with the cooling down, there is a feedback session. Basically, we have to go to the front and have to put an emoji whether what we feel that day, whether we are sad, happy, maybe and so on. There is different type of emoji, and that's all for the activity of that day. And although they get some criticism from Dr. Fahim himself because there's been some mistake made, but I think they have done a job really well, although they probably have some objective that or the goal that didn't achieve on that day for the constructivism learning. And that's it, everyone, for today's vlog, and thank you for watching it to the end of the video, and I see you guys in the next video. Assalamualaikum.